Hello, I am Chef Cam.
I'm Chef Jalen.
And I'm Chef Logan.
Welcome to the Tasty Tiger Cooking Show.
So for our ingredients today, we have 1 cup of macaroni noodles we already put in there, so it's already been cooking. We have ½ cup of heavy cream. We have 1 cup of shredded cheese, cheddar, and then a ½ cup of Parmesan. 1 cup, we did about 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. 3 tablespoons of butter for the noodles, and 3 tablespoons of butter for the breadcrumbs to cook in. A ½ tablespoon of parsley, and then salt and pepper for flavor.
So our noodles are already boiling. So now we'll start making the cheese sauce that's for the noodles.
Alright, so we usually did like about medium heat. That's what we're going to do for this. We're just going to put a pan on there. To start, we're just going to combine the heavy cream. So first we're going to add the cream to it. And we just want to wait for this to bubble. That way we can add in our cheeses. Consistency that's not too thick, but also you don't want it really liquidy where it's just everywhere and goes through the noodles. Still pretty liquidy. You could wait a couple seconds. Now we can begin adding our cheeses. So first we have our cup of shredded. And then Parmesan. And then we're just going to add a bit of salt and a bit of pepper for flavor. That. We can just begin stirring this now, at like a low, medium heat.
So we decided to make mac and cheese because we all thought that everyone should probably know how to make it because it's a really delicious and easy to make dish. So we thought that everyone should be able to make mac and cheese.
We just want to wait for the cheese to really melt in there and incorporate into the cream. That way it's a really nice color. Because we have both Parmesan and cheddar, we want to get like a whitish cream color, less like more yellowish. So as you can see, it's really thickening and it's really getting that nice color as the cheese begins to melt. You just want to incorporate all these sides, make sure everything's getting mixed in there. As you can see, it's getting pretty thick.
So Cam's starting to mix up the noodles. They're looking like they'll be done somewhat soon.
Okay.
So I turn that off just for now, and I'm about to make the breadcrumbs. We'll also be cooking this on medium-low heat. So first we'll put the butter in. Turn it up just a little bit. So have to be careful not to melt our butter though.
So our dish has basically been made, mac and cheese as a whole was made in like around 1760, and we're still making it today, so it's pretty common in America.
Also has its own national day on July 14th.
So hopefully you can make that day. That'd be good.
Mac and cheese was founded in Italy along with most pasta dishes.
For our noodles, we use macaroni, as you can see, but there's a lot of other substitutes. You can use rotini, you can use penny, anything like that. It would work fine. But it's traditionally used as macaroni.
So for our breadcrumbs are traditionally used as toppings or mix-ins, which is what also we are doing. We're using it as a topping and a mix-in for the noodles. You can see the butter is almost melted in there. And now we will add in our breadcrumbs, which we did about 3/4 cup. We just let these cook in the butter.
We're looking for a really toasted color. Make sure it's really golden. Right now it's more of like a greenish yellow. You just want to get really toasted. Looks nice.
It should take between 2 to 5 minutes probably to make these have this nice golden color. You can see all the butter's already gone into these breadcrumbs. Let's heat up just a little bit for these breadcrumbs to have that nice brown color. We'll also be using chopped parsley as a topping for the mac and cheese.
It really brings out the color with the green, balancing out
Yeah, or just yellow bit. That's good sauce.
So as you can see there at the outside, they're starting to be a nice brown color. And that's what we're going for.
We chose parsley just because it really differentiates from the noodles and the cheese, having a mild bitter taste. So it really differentiates and contradicts the noodles, but also incorporates both of them together and have a really good dish. And with the breadcrumbs, it also adds a really crumble factor for the texture-wise. It's not just simple mac and cheese.
He's draining the noodles over there. So add the butter to the noodles to make them a little more flavorful. Then I'm going to take this completely off the heat because they look to be almost done.
Since that is about done, we will garnish our mac and cheese with some parsley by mincing it.
I'm just adding butter into the noodles, giving that a nice flavor.
You want to make sure your parsley's pretty fine when you're adding it to the noodles.
And add our noodles into the pan, and we're just going to be stirring around, getting all that cheese onto the noodles.
Yeah, a little bit more salt and pepper for the flavor.
Our sauce is pretty thick. You could go less if you want to, or more, just your preference.
Got to make sure the cheese is all over the noodles so that there's not one bite that has any less cheese or any less flavor than the other bite.
You just want consistency throughout, basically.
We dumped it. We're going to go ahead and dump this into our bowl. And then we'll add our breadcrumbs and our parsley as well. That'll probably be good now for that.
Offer some parsley.
You can really see the difference in the green.
Yeah, the parsley really brings out the
And
color.
just a little salt and pepper, just to add some flavor. And there you go. That is our mac and cheese crumble.
Thanks for tuning in.